On Sunday, September 5th, prepare yourself for an emerging epic war as the superstars of TNA Wrestling wage an all-out battle against the hardcore originals of a night that is about revenge, retribution, and redemption.
Abyss, for what you did to Rob Van Dam, he's our friend, and that also affects TNA. Abyss, we will get you the way we know how. Trust me on that, Abyss. AJ, 100%. This is the house that you built. It's gonna be me and you in your house, and I'm gonna tell you, we are definitely gonna make it extreme.
There will be no retreat. There will be no surrender.
Can AJ Styles wrestle hard? AJ Styles is hardcore. You hear me? Have you not watched the history of TNA? I've been in plenty of hardcore matches. Do I prefer them? No. I'm an athlete. I don't have to bring out garbage cans and tables. I don't have to bring those into the ring. But I will. Because I can.
In a double main event, which two title contenders will take the next step towards the main event at Bound for Glory and the World Heavyweight Championship?
Recapturing the TNA World Heavyweight title, to me right now, my career at 41 years of age and breaking my neck 5 times, having a lot of injuries, a lot of personal problems, bouncing back from everything, and knowing that I still have it in me. This will be my greatest feat. I will feel much more satisfied when I win that title. It will make me feel young again. It will make me feel renewed. And I know that when I do it, and I will do it, it'll show everybody that I've done something that nobody else has ever done. It'll be, to me, the sweetest victory of my career, without a doubt, bar none.
TNA Wrestling proudly presents Before the Bell, No Surrender.
Me, us, we're kicking ass and taking names.
Last month, it was supposed to be one last moment of glory for EV 2.0. One last chance to relive the days of the Extreme Revolution. One more time to gain closure to an era of pro wrestling that has since become legendary.
What the hell?
That's Tommy Dreamer. That's the innovator of violence. The hell is Dreamer doing here?
This is not about us taking over. This is about that our legacy is not destroyed. Give us one night to show the world what we had, and our legacy can live forever.
But as the men of EV2 took their final curtain call, the celebration abruptly became a nightmare.
Hardcore justice, raise the bar. I bow down to EV2 and give you guys my ring with nothing but respect, respect, respect.
My friends, we fought one last time together. It was an honor to bleed sweat with each and every one of you. You're my brothers, you're my family. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the show you put on.
What's going on? Woo! This is fortune. You guys look around. Learn to love it. Dixie, be ashamed of who you are. Bringing this trash in front of me. This is on your head. Be ashamed of who you are.
You're my brothers. You're my family.
Get these EV2 guys here next week. I will make this right. You get these guys
How are you
here.
gonna make this right?
Get the guys here.
How are you gonna make this right?
Just get them here.
Rob is in the hospital.
Just get them here. I know he's in the hospital.
Make this right. You don't want us making it right.
The monster Abyss, an out-of-control weapon of mass destruction who continues to run roughshod over everything in his path. Is the monster acting alone in these brutal attacks? Or is there really a they? And if so, who are they? And what do they want?
You know what? Abyss has always been a little twisted. Obviously, it comes from his childhood and how he was raised, or wasn't raised. But, you know, looking at Abyss, I don't know if there is a they. I just believe that Abyss, in his own mind, has made up these people that he's trying to follow, almost like a god that he's trying to worship, and he's calling them they. I don't get it. I just think this guy needs psychological help, and I think Dixie Carter and TNA need to probably do something about it sooner or later.
I don't know who they is, and quite frankly, knowing Abyss and his current mental state of mind, like, it could be something that he just conjured up in his head. But all I know is that a lot of people have been hurt lately, and it's got to stop.
So I just saw one of my best friends in this business get carried away in an ambulance. Looked like something out of a horror movie. It was freaky. This is when life imitates art, man. This stuff's getting so extreme and so crazy around here. Rob Van Dam's on the way to the hospital right now. Can I tell you he's going to be okay? No, all I can do is wait.
Was the monster Abyss just a puppet? If so, who was pulling his strings? The violence has been dialed up in TNA Wrestling, and it seems that they have the upper hand.
I first thought EV2 was they, as what Abyss would say, they. Then EV2 came in and did an incredible pay-per-view, quite a performance from all those guys. I thought they put their bodies on the line. They made the fans enjoy the show, and I think that's what it was all about. Just going around for one more time, but now I don't think it is they. I think Abyss is just out of his mind. That's it.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't go far as to say that RVD is my buddy. We are acquaintances. But he's got a family, you know? And at the end of the day, I mean, obviously when we sign up for this, we know we're gonna get hurt. But what you just saw with Eric tonight was a little damn ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous, excessive, unnecessary. And I just don't get where he's coming from. I really don't. And I hope they reveal themselves, or, you know, Abyss goes and gets help, or takes some pills, or whatever the hell he needs to do to get they to stop doing whatever they are freaking doing. I don't know what the deal is with Abyss. He's going nuts. He's going freaking crazy. And you know, I don't want to pin anything on them, but since EV2 got involved, people have been dropping like flies. EV2.
It is, yeah, and I'm a huge fan of the EV2 guys, actually, and that's why I'm concerned about, seeing this madness tonight really concerned me. I wish I could have done something about it, but like I couldn't have been a one-man army out there. So it is the next level right now, just like what Hulk Hogan said tonight. We raised the bar, man. So can we continue to raise this is the question. After seeing stuff like that, it really makes me wonder.
The Hardcore Originals, coming off Hardcore Justice, were looking for one more shining moment. Instead, they got beat down just like their fallen brother. Has Fortune become the most powerful faction in TNA?
Dixie, what happened out there?
I don't know.
These men are born fighters, destined for greatness. On September 5th, 4 will battle to determine who will stand face to face on TNA's biggest stage of them all. Kurt Angle versus Jeff Hardy. The Pope versus Mr. Anderson. Which two will survive? TNA Wrestling presents No Surrender. Live Sunday, September 5th. Only on pay-per-view.
Due to the extent of RVD's injuries, Eric Bischoff announced that TNA would vacate the title and put the top-rated heavyweight challengers in a single elimination tournament to crown a new world heavyweight champion.
And we knew we had to make a decision. We knew we had to make a decision based on what you fans would want, what we believe RVD would want. And being faced with no options, we have decided to vacate the TNA World Heavyweight title. As a result, there will be a single elimination tournament that will begin this evening. It will end at Bound for Glory in the finals. And it will be made up of the 8 top contenders based on the TNA Top 10 rankings.
second TNA World Heavyweight Championship will be determined on TNA's biggest stage of them all, Bound for Glory.
While it's sad that RVD is out, I'm going to make most of this opportunity, I got to tell you.
I have been hurt, I have been injured, I've been banged up, but nobody's going to keep me from winning the TNA World Heavyweight title. Nobody.
The quest for the title has begun, and at No Surrender, in a double main event, the Final Four will battle for an opportunity to stand face-to-face and fight for TNA's grandest prize of them all.
I think it goes without speaking. Pope got so close. Pope got so close before he got injured, and now to be back in it and have the opportunity to get back to the top in just 3 matches, maybe, if you will. Pope's gonna do it again, baby. Don't forget about the 8-card stud. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna repeat history, if you will.
With round 1 completed, the Final Four will compete at No Surrender. Mr. Anderson will face his rival, the Pope D'Angelo De Niro, and the Olympic gold medalist will battle the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
You know what, man? I wanted to do something nobody else has done. I wanted to go through the top 10, the best wrestlers in the world, and end up having my opportunity at the TNA World Heavyweight title. And it feels like it just got thrown back in my face, I worked my ass off and beat 6 guys to work my way up to number 1, and all of a sudden, it's thrown to the side. And I respect Rob Van Dam. I love him. I think he's a great competitor. He's a true champion. But I had something in my mind that I had set. I had a goal. I wanted to go through that top 10, and I wanted to win the TNA World Heavyweight title. And when that got thrown to the side because of company reasons, because of Rob Van Dam getting injured, it's just not right. And it has nothing to do with Rob Van Dam because he got injured. But the whole point is, I wanted to do something that nobody else ever did. I wanted to do something special. That's what I wanted to prove. I wanted to prove that I was the best. I could beat everybody in the world. And now it's a tournament and I have to deal with that, but that's okay. I can always readjust and do what I have to do and focus. I guarantee you, I'm gonna end up being in the finals.
The Pope. Will this young superstar be able to overcome the odds and make the jump into main event status?
Well, I have a ton of respect. I have a ton of respect for Angle. I also have, a ton of respect for, Jeff Hardy, multi-time champion, charismatic guy. Fans love him. Pope's congregation love him as well. So he's done it all. So I have respect for him. And while I don't too much care for Mr. Anderson, I don't really see eye to eye with him. I think we all know that. I respect him too. So going forward and knowing that those 3 guys are advancing ahead as well, man, this thing here is getting it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun because Pope like to push himself, and I don't mind going out there with the best and seeing the outcome. But as far as Pope is concerned, there is none better than what stands before you right now. That's the Pope, D'Angelo De Niro.
Mr. Anderson, he's still fighting for his first championship in TNA Wrestling. Is this his time?
If anybody here didn't come here to become the World Heavyweight Champion, I say pack it up and go home.
Jeff Hardy, since rejoining TNA Wrestling last January, one of the most popular superstars in the industry, has his sights set on TNA Gold. 4 men, 1 goal.
Nobody's better than Kurt Angle. When it comes down to it, whether I'm getting beat up or not, I can always pull one out of my butt, if you know what I mean.
Angle has been at his best so far, defeating every top 10 competitor he has faced on his quest for the ultimate prize. But at No Surrender, he will face his toughest challenge to date, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. No stranger to winning gold, Hardy is at the peak of his game and is a favorite to become the next TNA World Champion.
The fans can expect one of the greatest matches of my career when I wrestled Jeff Hardy. I've only wrestled Jeff Hardy once, and he was very, very young. He's a completely different wrestler now. He's a lot more dangerous. He's a lot more experienced. He's wiser, and he is way more popular than he ever was before. That is the kind of wrestler you want to wear your title in the company. So I'd imagine that the TNA office probably doesn't want me to win. Jeff Hardy's such a popular figure right now, and the guy sells merchandise off the shelves like crazy. So, if I were president of the company, I'd want Jeff Hardy to be my champion too, but, Kurt Angle is a spoiler. I'm not here to make money on merchandise. I'm here to win matches and to win TNA World Heavyweight titles. So I really don't care what the office thinks, and I don't care what the other wrestlers think. I'm the best wrestler in the world. I do what I want to do, and I do when I want to do it. And when that time comes and I wrestle Jeff Hardy, I'm going to whoop his ass, and I'll be ready to win the title.
Could Jeff Hardy be the man to retire Kurt Angle forever? Or will Kurt Angle go on to Bound for Glory and have his chance to accomplish his seemingly impossible goal?
I promised that if I lost, I would retire. So, as hard as it may be, I try to stick to my promises. So I don't expect to lose Jeff Hardy. But if I do lose, then Jeff Hardy will go down in history as the one that made Kurt Angle retire. I have to stick to my promise. And as long as Jeff and I have a straight up match and there isn't any outside involvement and he beats me, I will hang up the boots.
The other semifinal match features two of the fastest rising stars in the industry today. Mr. Anderson may be an asshole, but he's a damn talented one. However, standing in Anderson's way is the pimptacular spectacular, the Pope D'Angelo De Niro, who will go on to face either Kurt Angle or Jeff Hardy for the vacated TNA World Heavyweight Championship at Bound for Glory.
I really do hate to sit and brag about it and talk about it ahead of time because I'm a firm believer that actions speak louder than words. So just sit back, hold tight, and watch my actions.
These men are born fighters, destined for greatness. On September 5th, four will battle to determine who will stand face-to-face on TNA's biggest stage of them all. Kurt Angle versus Jeff Hardy. The Pope versus Mr. Anderson. Which two will survive? TNA Wrestling presents No Surrender. Live Sunday, September 5th. Only on pay-per-view.
EV2 was formed and a hardcore revolution began. It was supposed to be their last stand at Hardcore Justice. It was an opportunity to bring closure to the careers and memories that this unique group of hardcore wrestlers shared. Thanks to TNA President Dixie Carter, who wanted to give EV2 and the fans one last shot at the spotlight.
You know, when I came to TNA, I was looking for that higher ground. I told Dixie Carter, we can go somewhere where even Hulk Hogan's never been before. And EV2, with Tommy Dreamer and his band of misfits, took us to that place that we need to function on full time. I bow down to EV2 and give you guys my ring with nothing but respect for each and every one of you.
We did something special, and we're brought back just to say thank you. Again, a curtain call, man. We wanted to be here.
When I came up with this whole master plan, it was to create such a positive buzz for TNA and to keep this rolling. Dixie, without you, we could have never done this. Thank you again so much. We fought one last time together. It was an honor to bleed sweat with each and every one of you. You're my brothers. You're my family. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the show you put on. And for Sunday night at Hardcore Justice, from the bottom of my heart, I thank each and every one of you. Without it, I couldn't have done it. Thank you guys. Seriously, I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Lights on, lights off. I had to watch all my friends get hurt. I don't care about myself, man. I'm speechless for what happened, man. Seriously. Ric Flair wants to talk. Ric Flair wants to bring his guys and jump us. Dixie said she's gonna make this right. I don't know if she knows what I consider right.
What's going on?
What the hell?
Ric Flair, a living legend. AJ Styles, probably one of the best wrestlers out there today.
The phenomenal AJ Styles. Some say he is the best professional wrestler in the world right now, if not of all time.
Nobody has wrestled in this ring more than AJ Styles. I am TNA. TNA is AJ Styles, so let me clear everything up for you. This is the house that AJ Styles built.
A former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. TNA Wrestling's only Grand Slam champion. A TNA original. And the Nature Boy. Ric Flair's first choice to become a member of Fortune.
Right now, you're looking at Fortune. This is TNA. And I mean, God knows, learn to love it, because it ain't going anywhere soon. Me, us, we're kicking ass and taking names.
Look at the smile on the face of Ric Flair, the leader of Fortune.
Where are you going to? You gotta worry about how many contracts you got. You are out of your mind. You are out of your mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you join us for this premiere of Reaction, clearly what you are witnessing was nothing like we expected. Ric Flair's group of Fortune continues what I can only describe as an outright assault of EV 2.0. We just witnessed that vicious, that violent attack by Abyss on RVD, and to me, it had to be orchestrated. It had to be a premeditated attack. If there was any doubt as to who Abyss has been talking about when he has repeatedly said they are coming, well, it looks like we have the answer.
We are the better men. We are the better athletes. We are the better wrestlers, and that's the bottom line. This is about TNA and the future of TNA. And you're looking at it right here. This is the future. This is the moneymaker. Right here. Me, along with Fortune.
What they did to us is what we've been doing to people since day one. Took advantage of a situation. We had our backs turned. They need to continue to make names for themselves. If I was hanging with Ric Flair, I would probably try to impress him too. So, I tell you what, AJ Styles, Frankie Kazarian, Matt Morgan, I opened up my little black book and I wrote your names down in it. And I'm gonna be handing out
beer money.
Well, beer money's been on the list from day one. I'm gonna be handing out receipts pretty swiftly and pretty heavily.
There's a certain part of me that's very glad that I enjoy pain in a certain masochistic, bizarre way. But that was brutal. That was beyond enjoyment. That was embarrassing. It was humiliating, and it was something that I feel that receipts I've always given, and I will give one in this case.
EV2. Let me see. The Flying Melendez? A circus act? A bunch of undisciplined animals? I dare you to call yourself wrestlers. I'm sick. You make me sick. You guys do not belong in the business.
After AJ Styles and Fortune assaulted EV2, the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer, declared war. Revenge will be had, Dreamer promised, no matter the price.
What Ric Flair said tonight, Rick, I respect him for always, he likes to shoot, he likes to express his opinion, but that's exactly what it is. It's his opinion. Hardcore wrestling isn't tables, blood, guts, and first of all, he's one to talk about how much blood, how much stuff that he's done, because he's been wrestling a lot more many years than I have. Hardcore wrestling is going out and doing every single thing that you can for the fans. I'm sorry, he's one of the best wrestlers out there. He goes both ways in the sense of he can wrestle, he can brawl with the best of them. Him and I, we like to hurt pretty much each other, but we will do anything to our bodies it takes to entertain the fans and to do it to win a match.
The EV2 thing was supposed to be a one-night deal. We're not trying to steal anybody else, come into anybody else's house, or, step on anybody's shoes. The fans wanted it. We gave it for one night. Why are these guys taking it so personally? What's the big frickin' deal? Seriously, it was a one-night thing. Dixie wanted it, fans wanted it. We're more TNA guys now than we've ever been, okay? Listen, we got our start in that company in South Philly a long time ago, and everybody knows that. And all we did was pay a little homage to that company on that night. They've taken offense to it. They did what they had to do. So what? They did it. And we're gonna get them back for it.
You got a brother?
Oh, I swear I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna ask him if he had a brother.
You have a brother?
Yes, I do.
You ever get in conflicts with that brother and you kind of whoop his behind and he may come back and whoop you, or vice versa, blah, blah, blah. But there's always that thing where you can beat him, he can beat you, but don't ever let anybody from the outside come and do anything to that person. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a rat's ass how much we beat each other's head in. Nobody else can come in within that circle and touch either one of us. Because I guarantee you, when everything is said and done, when we're throwing fists and punches and all of that, we're gonna end that person's life.
EV2 couldn't leave well enough alone. You had to come into TNA and just get that last little glory shot, didn't you? Had to be on TV that one last time. You wanted a hardcore finale? Well, ask and you shall receive, because boys, that's exactly what you got.
At No Surrender, AJ Styles will be forced to go extreme when he battles EV2's Tommy Dreamer in an I Quit match.
I think AJ Styles can mat wrestle, can lucha, can high fly, can do any type of style. Yes, he's coming into what I'm known for. I think AJ Styles could do anything he wants to do, and probably his cockiness may cost him, and don't ever underestimate your opponent.
Can the Phenomenal One overcome the extreme onslaught of EV2? Or will Tommy Dreamer gain sweet revenge for himself and his hardcore original brothers? The match doesn't end until somebody says, I quit. On Sunday, September 5th, some will battle for revenge.
It's gonna be me and you in your house, and I'm gonna tell you, we are definitely gonna make it extreme.
Some will wage war for championship gold.
It'll be, to me, the sweetest victory of my career, without a doubt, bar none.
Some will risk everything for a chance at glory. There is no turning back. There is no retreat. There is no surrender. Don't miss No Surrender, live only on pay-per-view.